This podcast is brought to you by SeatGeek. Our friends over at SeatGeek are giving us a promo code of TBA Wrestling. That is TBA Wrestling for $20 off your first purchase. Enjoy the show.
Welcome to Gunners R Us, where we are positively Arsenal.
And that we are.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness, it's been 2 weeks. We officially missed our first ever episode.
I know. We went away with all the football, it seems.
The season ended and we ended by the looks of it. The real reason was I was in hospital with the wife. I had a child. And we were talking about that on the podcast.
We have a new Arsenal fan in the earth.
We do. And we were talking about on the podcast saying that eventually it will happen and I don't know when it's going to happen. I don't know if it will affect the podcast. I think I could have done a solo potentially while the baby was sleeping. But it felt like a good week just to reset.
Yeah.
Because it was the end of the season. The end of the season brought very much no extra anything. There was no surprise. There wasn't anything to be surprised by.
No.
It was just, it was a bit of a flat ending, wasn't it? So giving it a week has given us a little bit more to talk about. We had, obviously, the Champions League final, the end of the Premier League. Transfer news is already rife.
Yep. We're cooking.
Yeah, there's a lot. I can't remember if Spurs hadn't won the Europa. Maybe that's why we had a week of silence.
Oh.
Spurs won the Europa. That was the night of the last podcast.
We couldn't bring ourselves to come on here.
Yeah, so we'll get to all of these things today. So feel free to follow us on iTunes, Spotify, TikTok, Gunners R Us Podcast. We drop a news story every day, essentially. That's about it, really. But no, yeah, it's been an odd one, and
It's been different, I'd say.
it's been an odd couple of weeks. Yeah, I kind of pride myself on not missing weeks ever,
Yeah.
and we've definitely done extra episodes. So if you look at if we've been around now, probably I think it's like episode 100 and something,
Yeah.
6, I don't know, something like that.
Been a couple seasons, right?
It's been a couple of seasons, but I think we've only done it for 100 weeks.
Yeah.
So we have more episodes than we do weeks. So I feel better about that. I would have been disappointed if we had missed multiple episodes.
We had some buffers in the
I
can.
think this is the one time in which you can... I've been on holiday just recording solo pods. Getting up early, record a solo pod, upload it.
This one kind of trumps everything, I think.
Yeah, this was more difficult. And it was just timing-wise, it was literally on while we record, things like that.
Yeah.
So, no, we've not been able to. But, yeah, like Joe said, I've already sung North London Forever to them.
Yes.
I've explained the fact that we've come second 3 times running.
Yes.
I dropped his bottle this morning, and I said, "Get used to that."
Yeah.
So he's learning.
Well, also, the last time I think we won a trophy, we dropped the trophy, didn't we? We did something
Something like that.
Something
It was
like
a
that.
curse.
It was a bit odd. It was Aubameyang's fault.
I think it's always about it. I actually had a text from Jack, who listens, and last Wednesday he messaged. No, last Thursday maybe. He messaged and said, "No podcast. I assume this is good news." And I was like, "You're spot on, yeah, you detective Jack."
We got an extra podcaster for future episodes, though.
Big time detective, yeah. Yeah, he needs to get on this episode. We need to get Jack on at some point. And
I was talking about the baby.
maybe we'll eventually be on here. He have to take over from us.
Got to learn a few things first. But
Yeah, you've got to learn about the inverted fullback.
he's got his first season coming up. This will be his first season soon.
I tell you what, I have a pressure that has nothing to do with me from that. Like, it has to be a good first season.
Yeah, it's got to be a lot of Arsenal winning and in his lifetime, and then no Tottenham in his lifetime winning.
Yeah, he waited purposely for that Europa Cup game to finish before he came.
Yeah, he did. I understand.
The thing is, it's weird, isn't it? Because I want Arsenal to have a really good season in like 5 years' time when he kind of knows what's going on.
Yeah.
Because then he's more likely to be like, yeah, I enjoy this and I want to watch them.
Yeah.
Whereas if in 5 years' time, I was trying to think of someone funny. When our manager is
Oh, goodness.
El Neni, Mohamed El Neni, and our main forward is an aging Liam Delap, and Ethan Nwaneri is the biggest player in Real Madrid.
That's what sport's about, though, isn't it?
It is. There's ups and downs, and I just hope the ups are happening when he's in his formative Arsenal.
Yes. I think sport's a good gauge for growing up and how you handle losses.
Yeah, definitely. Like, it's tough because you know a lot of... I think a lot of people listening will know of Man United and Liverpool fans in their lives that seem to only watch it in the good years.
Mm.
And it's not... Because obviously sometimes you just talk about it less in the bad years.
Yeah.
So you're just not...
You
it's
keep
not
an eye.
something you want to chat about,
Yeah.
But I think people are actively not watching the matches
Yeah.
in the bad years. And then when they start doing well, they're like, oh, I'll watch a couple games.
I'll check back in.
And that's not what it's about. I'll watch... To the day I die,
Mm.
I will watch every Arsenal game. And I've stuck with that. I've watched semi-finals in the dressing room 2 minutes before we have to go out for a wrestling match. I've watched them in different countries at 3 a.m. I've watched,
In the mosh pit of a gig?
yes, I will not miss an Arsenal game.
No. But I think it teaches you. I think it teaches, like we've said, I think football, and this is tooting football's on a little bit. I think, like growing up watching football, we watched a lot of, we're quite diverse in the sense that we can, like you said it before, understand what a lot of the foreign players are saying, like in broken English. Like we can pick apart stuff like that. It's very good at, I know there is a lot of problems with, which I never understand with racism in football,
Yeah.
which makes no sense.
I'm going to be honest, when you said to me, I didn't expect this is where we're going.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, I think it molds not everyone,
Yeah,
but
'cause
it
there's
can.
idiots.
It molds you into kind of understanding the world more. I think a
Yeah,
little
it's
bit.
more worldly. There's lots of players from different countries.
You learn the countries, you learn the flags, you learn the flags of your favourite players, you learn
Yeah.
where they're from. You watch them play international football sometimes
You have to
because you like.
experience loss and wins. And
Yeah, you have to take losses on the chin and move on to next week. Like
rivals wins you got to take on the chin.
I think it's good. I think it's good for teaching you kind of how to form as a not for every
Yeah.
football fan clearly, but as a better human all round.
Definitely. No, I definitely agree. But I do think it helps because I think with kids, naturally, you kind of go to, I don't know how it happened to us. We were just kind of, I think we were very much forced.
Oh yeah.
It had to be Arsenal.
Oh, 100%.
And I think I have to replicate that.
Yeah, 100%.
Because, it's so easy to get to see, like 5 years' time, Newcastle is the biggest team in the world, and they just like, I love Newcastle.
Yeah.
And then they're like, oh, you're my nan is from Newcastle. I'm going to support Newcastle. And it's
Oh
like,
my
for
god, yeah.
God's sake.
There is like a little link there as well.
They cannot know
It's like a lot of the kids now that wear City shirts.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I don't want that.
But they're not from like City families or anything. They just
No, they're the best team. So
Yeah,
they
just go with it.
Like a lot of our friends that are Man United and Liverpool fans.
Yeah.
They were the best team. So
Yeah.
they just picked them.
Yeah.
Like, we're from the south.
Yeah.
We shouldn't know many Man United and Liverpool fans.
We shouldn't.
But I only know Man United and Liverpool fans.
There's a lot.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, that's why I've been away. And you're probably gagging at the bit to find out who won prediction league.
Mm.
And also
You were
another-
flaunting that bit of paper around earlier in front of me and I was trying not to look at it.
is the dirtiest bit of paper.
Hmm.
We're laying in bed. I'm going to be honest. Next year, we're obviously going to... There's been a lot of studio changes, nursery making, upheaval
Hmm.
this season. So maybe the audio quality isn't where it was at the start of the season.
Well, we're currently doing this
In bed
in bed
with a dog.
with a dog, but the recording device is on the dog.
And yeah. And
If you can hear his heartbeat, that's
there's
what that is.
electricians coming in during this episode
Yeah.
at some point, guys. The baby is in the other room
Yeah.
with his nan
Mm.
and mum.
Yeah.
And we've chiseled out this hour.
Yeah.
So
Here.
yeah. Whereas next year, like I said, probably won't go. This will be the last prediction league, most likely.
Mm.
But I'm going to try and get a lot more people on the pod,
Yeah.
like as guests and stuff. Like try and reach out to Gunner Blog,
Hmm.
try and get Simon back in as much as he can. I think we're thinking of adding an extra episode with Simon.
Hmm.
To the feed next season, but really kind of ramp up Gunners Rust next season because we're 2 years under the belt now.
Yeah.
We've set ourselves. We're in the top 10 of podcasts that come up if you search the word Gunners.
Wow.
I think that's quite good.
We need to get the sweet Elton Prince back on as well.
We do, yeah, we will. And but the other thing I've got here is predictions that we made at the start of the season,
Okay.
as far as where teams would come, Golden Boot, winners of different things.
Mm.
I think this is the most interesting. So I'm trying to think how I can make this. We can kind of gather information from this prediction that's fun,
Mm.
but also lead it into kind of current stories.
Okay.
So first of all, I think I'm going to give you the prediction league winners.
I can't imagine I did well.
Well, this week you actually did very well.
I took some risks in the final weeks.
You did well. I think you got 4 out of 10. Someone got 5 out of 10. I got 2 out of 10.
Okay.
Which, if you've been following along, means that Joe came third with 155.
Yeah.
I came second with 172, and
Okay.
Simon, I think for the second year running,
Wow.
or did you win it last year? I know I didn't.
Can't remember.
He got 179.
Wow,
So he
big.
won by 7. We got Luke snoring now as well. If you hear snoring, it's because the recording device is on the dog that is snoring.
He's twitching.
Yeah, oh bless him.
He's so comfy.
He's very comfortable right now, but that's how the Prediction League went. I'm very chuffed we've done it. I'm trying to think, if you do 10 times 38, that's 380 points is the max.
Wow. Could you imagine if you got that?
You and I, no one got half.
No, it's hard though, isn't it? It's really
That
hard.
shows you how unpredictable Premier League football is.
I'll tell you what, if you could get that over half, you should be betting more.
Yes.
Gamble responsibly.
Yeah, gamble responsibly. The only thing that isn't really correlated into the predictions for this whole summarised of the season is Europa Cup. We didn't pick a Europa Cup, and that leads us horrifically into Spurs won the worst cup final. I'm going to say this. Am I upset they won? Yes. Do I think, and this is the conversation we have to quickly have because it's everywhere, does that mean they've had a better season than us? No. It doesn't.
No.
Because saying that, it depends on what you correlate. When Arsenal came 8th and we won the FA Cup, people said, yeah, but they would switch places with Liverpool coming second and no trophies. And we all went, yeah, of course.
Consistency.
Because as much as we love winning the FA Cup, I'd like to be second in the league and challenging.
Yeah.
And we all agreed as
Yeah.
Arsenal fans.
Consistency over a long season
Yeah.
is way different to a tournament.
When we came 5th and got a Europa Cup final, everyone said, but you wouldn't trade it for second, would you? Yeah. They've now got to that Europa Cup and they came 17th.
You nearly got relegated.
They came 17th and they won the Europa Cup and they get Champions League football. And again, I said on the week before, if they were to win, I think that would be a slight worry because I think London club, Champions League football, trophy drought over, manager they all believe in now, even though it looks like he's about to get sacked.
Yeah.
You could attract a couple players, and I've heard already that Eze, they might try and release Eze's clause, which I want us to do.
Yeah.
There's talk of Thomas Frank potentially taking over. There's a lot of things like that worries me. Like if it was Eze and Thomas Frank took over, I think that's a real team.
Yeah.
And that Champions League football, that worries me a lot more than Ange in control. Because if Ange is in control, guess what? Next season's going to be very similar to this season.
It'd be worse because they're going to be in the Champions League. They'll be playing more.
They're going to well, they played a lot this year, but yeah, I guess they could.
It's
rest a lot.
different level.
So, yeah, of course they didn't have as good a season. If you're a Tottenham fan, I'm sure it was huge because winning a trophy finally.
Oh, you're chuffed.
Like since I was born, they've won 3 trophies.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like that's not a lot. Like, and if you're a Spurs fan that's of my age, fair play, enjoy it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because
100%.
it's nice for I think it's nice, and it was the year of the bird.
It was.
And it was also the year of the underdog, like, the Carabao Cup winners, the FA Cup winners. Everyone's been someone different and new, and people ending droughts of a very long time. And I think that's what you want to see. You don't want to see City win the Premier League, the FA Cup, and the Carabao.
No.
And then Liverpool win the Champions League, and you go, oh, yeah.
It was refreshing.
It was refreshing. As much as I didn't want them to win, I'd rather United, because if United win or lose, nothing changes. It doesn't matter. But it's just... There was something... The match was so bad. I don't know if you watched it.
I tried to avoid it.
It's the first time someone's won a final in any competition where they didn't create one big chance.
Yeah, I've heard bad things.
Yeah, they had... The goal was an own goal. They never created a clear chance in the game, and they won 1-0. So that gives you everything. But again, if you're a Tottenham fan and you've heard this, all you need to think about is, who cares what we think?
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Do you know what I mean? Like, if we went and won the Champions League final against Inter this week, and it was a bundled-in own goal, and we were awful,
Yeah,
I couldn't care less.
I'll take that.
And if all the other teams were going, yeah, but they didn't deserve it, I wouldn't care.
No,
It wouldn't bother me.
not at all.
Same with what I say about Liverpool fans. They seem to have a real worry and an issue with Arsenal.
Yeah.
And they're like, wait, because Arsenal fans are saying, oh, without the injuries, we probably would have done better. All these types of things.
Yeah.
But Oh, Luke. Lukey's getting comfortable. Who cares if we had injuries?
It doesn't matter. No one's going to remember.
But Liverpool fans getting really like, upset about it, and you're just going, no, this is our excuses. That's our reasoning.
Enjoy your time.
Yeah, it's nothing to do with you.
No.
It doesn't weaken yours. And they're like, yeah, it does, because we want to say we beat the best version of you.
I can't.
You didn't. And no one did. Like, when you look at the history of Premier League,
Yeah.
you can find this in every season.
Yeah.
You go, why did they win the league? They were the best team, plus the teams challenging did this.
Yeah.
Guess what? This year, Liverpool were the best team, and the one team that could even catch them up, had 1,000 injuries.
Yeah. Yeah. Which is a good testament to us, I think.
Doesn't weaken Liverpool's win. It doesn't do anything. So that whole concept in football, same with like the Tottenham one, everyone's saying, yeah, but was it did they really win the trophy? They didn't create a big chance, like I just said. Of course they did. It's irrelevant
It's
how many chances they created. If they won the match, they won the match.
A game's pretty black and white. Like, if you win the match, you win the match. It doesn't. No one remembers how. People only remember if you won the thing. Mm-hmm. They don't remember how you got there, how it happened, how you scored. Even the league position of Tottenham. I think in the future, no one's going to really remember that. All they're going to remember is Tottenham won the Europa Cup that season.
Yeah, and that's all that matters to them. And they got there. More importantly than the cup is the Champions League football. It rights all the wrongs of the season.
Yeah.
But the problem is, I think the underlying problem, which is Ange and his style, and that team generally, is it uncovered last season, but it doesn't help next season.
No, it properly paints over the cracks.
He does, yeah, big time, and fair play to him. But there is very small talks of him getting sacked, which is hilarious considering he did the parade where he said, if you watch any TV show, this third season's always better than the second. And he rallied them.
He's good at making promises, though.
Honestly, you can't not knock him. He didn't. They said, you said you win things in the second year. He goes, no, I'm going to correct that. I always win stuff in the second season. And he did.
Yeah.
And he did it at the club that can't win stuff.
Yeah, and now he's saying the third season's going to be better.
And again, this is what I always say about like Arteta, for example. Is people say like, yeah, but should you move on from Arteta? I was like, he took over a poison chalice. Like taking over Arsenal's like taking over Liverpool or Man United. But more so Man United and Arsenal because they had long-stemming managers. After you have a manager for 20 years or plus, it's really hard to ever right that ship.
Yeah.
Man United have been trying to right that ship for 12 years.
Yeah.
And they're no better off. Yeah, they picked up Carabao Cups, they've picked up FA Cups, they picked up Community Shields, they picked up Europa Cup.
Yeah.
But we can all agree that Man United obviously had an awful season. But they're not where they were under Ferguson. They've never got close to it.
No, I think Ferguson's one of the only ones to really get them there.
Yeah, but they can't rewrite it. Whereas at Arsenal, after Wenger, we had 2 years of Emery, and he nearly, even though he played awful, he nearly got it. He nearly steadied it. But it failed, and for whatever reason, it failed. Ljungberg came in, and then Arteta came in, and they stuck with Arteta. And no matter what anyone says, he won an FA Cup to extend his time. He was then given good graces because he won a cup.
Yeah.
Similar to what Ange probably should get.
Yeah.
And he had 2 years, and then he got us into the top two. And people could say, oh, you knew win a trophy, blah, blah. It's like, yeah, but he's righted. Is that the word? Righted?
Yeah. Righted the ship.
Yeah. Well, this is what Man United is still trying to do. We are officially... we're back.
We are back. We're back.
Yeah. And we have been for I'd say 2 years. The first one felt like a fluke, but it wasn't.
Not just that, even the culture he's developed around the club is so much better. Like where Man United are at now?
Yeah, they're leaking. There's mice everywhere. The people hate the owners. The owners cutting jobs.
The players are problems. Like it's a mess. Like it's not what Man United should be. Like because I know growing up that Man United were a force with us growing up. So in my head, Man United is a massive club. Like they're the biggest club in the world technically, but they should be where they were. Like I believe they should be for their sake. Like even as an Arsenal fan, I can say that club should be Man United.
It's like when you see the Premier League, like for example, next year you see the Premier League and you see the badges, and it kind of feels right. There's certain clubs you go, that's the right Premier League.
We talk about playing for the badge. Like I think Man United is the ultimate play for the badge club. Like I think I have
to disagree with you there.
Yeah, but I think their club is massive. And when you see,
I agree with that.
When you see that badge, there should be like a winning mentality there, like across the board. Not just the players; it should be behind the scenes. Mm-hmm. The stadium should be perfect. Like the vibes and the culture should be spot on. But that's what Arteta did with Arsenal.
Yeah,
we lost it. Like, after Highbury, it kind of obviously went away anyway because we lost a lot of what we know as Arsenal. Then we lost Wenger, so it all just kind of disappeared. It's like Man United leaving Old Trafford and then losing Ferguson. Like, it would have been the same thing. But Arteta's come in as a first-time manager somehow and just completely changed the landscape of the club. Like, not just consistency in the league of, like, coming second, not just picking up trophies, but there's a vibe in Arsenal now that just wasn't there, like, for so long.
Yeah.
And that's something you can't...
Yeah, it takes time. It takes a real long time. And it takes... It's a lot of hard work and a lot of luck and a lot of... There's a lot of stuff,
Yeah.
if you know what I mean. And it's got to get it all right. And I'm pretty excited to say I think we're at 99%.
Yeah.
The one thing we're missing is either winning a Champions League or a Premier League, or even going to a Champions League final.
Yeah.
Something that's going to just solidify because, for example, we were just saying then, since Highbury, it's been a bit of a weird one because we've not won a title in the Emirates or anything.
Yeah.
But when you think about it a little bit more, in 2008 and 9, we were the best team in England.
Yeah.
In the Emirates. And we had the best team. We were unbelievable football. We should have won the Champions League that year. We should have won the league that year.
Yeah.
And both times we didn't.
Yeah.
But no one remembers that era.
No.
But I've just brought that up and people go, oh, I guess.
Yeah.
We just think the last good era was the Invincibles.
Yeah.
And then now. But guess what? If we don't win anything next year, let's say we come fourth next year, and it kind of tails off a little bit and Arteta leaves, we get a new manager, but he sustains fourth for a couple of years.
Yeah.
We'll look back and go, yeah, the Arteta years were fun, but we just never got it over the line. But we'll forget about it.
Yeah.
It needs something.
It does.
And that's why I say we're at 99%. The flags are out. The fans love the players.
Yeah.
The stadium is full. It's rocking. And this is, you got to remember as well, during all this, we've dealt with a new stadium.
Yeah.
It's like an underlying metric of, it's twofold. Money
Yeah.
to pay off the stadium,
Yeah.
you have to go through hard years. And we did.
Yeah,
we
we
were
did.
selling our captain every year.
Yeah.
We were doing all this kind of stuff. So a mixture of that. And then the other part is actually getting used to the stadium and creating an atmosphere.
Yeah.
It doesn't, it takes a long time. When you look at Highbury, it was around for, I think it was, it's on my baby's jumper. That's why I'm kind of fresh on. It's on, because he's got the maroon jumpsuit
Yeah. I love
with
that.
the Highbury badge with the date.
Yeah.
And I think the date is like 18, no, it's like 1886 is when we started.
1903 is in my head.
Something like that till 2006.
Yeah.
And you're like, that's 103 years. We've been at the Emirates now 20 years.
Yeah.
That's a fifth of that time.
Yeah.
When you think how amazing Highbury was.
Yeah.
But when we were winning under Herbert Chapman and stuff, that was 40, 50 years into that.
Yeah.
It takes a while to ingrain these stadiums. And when you look at like Goodison, they're moving. Yeah, they got to pay that off.
Yeah.
But also they got to try and make that into a place that is, look at West Ham. It's
Yeah.
so easy to go play at West Ham. But you know what was hard? Upton Park.
Oh, you talk about three of my favourite stadiums growing up as a kid.
Yeah.
And it was Highbury, Upton Park and Goodison.
Yeah.
Because there's something about those stadiums. I guess it is just what we know,
Yeah.
though, as kids. Like, the look of those stadiums, the tight, compact nature of the stands kind of...
Yeah, square.
They're almost over the pitch a little bit.
Yeah.
Like, it's all very tight. And you got to think Arsenal, is in the history of Arsenal, they've never been a big stadium club. So they're now having to figure out how to be a big stadium club.
And again, we're not figuring it out anymore. And that's what's nice about it is we are 20 years into this
Yeah.
stadium, and the stadium feels like our home now. Like it's bedded in. It feels lived in. Whereas for a long time there, it wasn't lived in. And you can see that with Tottenham, unbelievable stadium. But how often do they lose at home?
Yeah.
It's not a fortress in any way.
No, it's always a bit of a back and forth.
Yeah. If you ask Premier League players where's your favourite play to play, they'll probably go Tottenham. Not because they're awful or anything. They'll just be like, great stadium,
yeah.
great pitch, and there's no real atmosphere, so you can kind of play your game.
Yeah.
And it sounds ridiculous, but it's true. And that's something we've overcome in this spell is even that helps us to go towards that 99% I'm talking about. Is
Yeah.
we're 20 years into a stadium that we're now used to. We've had the big games under the lights.
Yeah.
We've had the huge moments. We've had the bad moments. We've had it all. It's lived in. The fans know where it is. It's been done up twice.
Yeah.
It's been around long enough.
Yeah.
These teams like Liverpool are going to be moving to a new stadium. Everton, not Man United because they won't even fix
They
it.
refuse to leave.
But these teams that are moving,
They're going to have to figure it out.
it takes time. Like, and again, our first couple of years at the Emirates, we did have that season where we had Nasri and Fabregas and all these types of players.
Yeah.
and it was unbelievable.
Yeah.
And we should have won something, but we didn't.
No.
But it's only until now that I feel kind of confident. But what you're saying about Man United is where we're at now is we're 99% done.
Yeah.
They're genuinely at like 10%. And that
Yeah.
10% is strictly their Man United.
Yeah.
And that's all I can say about
It's
it.
the only thing.
Yeah, that's all they have at the minute is they are Man United.
Yeah.
Now they can work from that up. And the people will say like, yeah, but maybe it's a different manager and stuff. It's nothing to do with the manager. It's nothing to do with the staff. It's nothing to do with the players. It starts at the bottom.
Yeah. It needs an overhaul, a complete overhaul.
A perfect example of it is like when you watch the City doc, when you look at all the, they're talking to the dinner ladies, they're doing all these things. It sounds ridiculous, but that culture is big because
It helps a lot.
when Arteta took over, he brought everyone in. And we've noticed it with, I noticed it this week with PSG. PSG absolutely destroyed Inter Milan 5-0 in that final. And it definitely feels like a what-if moment because we would also have destroyed that Inter team because Inter team couldn't lay a finger on PSG. And we were two unreal Donnarumma performances away from going to that final.
Yeah, I know.
And I think we could have easily dispatched Inter.
Yeah.
So it does feel like it's very similar to the league last year, the Champions League this year.
Yeah.
It feels like we should have won the Premier League last year and then won the Champions
Two
League
things
this
we were
year.
supposed to win.
And again, do you know what happened in 08 and 09? Should have won the Champions League in 08. We should have won the league in 09.
Always a bridesmaid.
And we didn't.
Yeah.
And 15 years later, you can hardly remember it.
Yeah. Oh.
You know? And that's what we're in now is there's a small chance. It's even though it's still unbelievable to watch.
Oh man, I was gonna say, like, if I want us so bad to cement this era so much because in the whole time I've watched Arsenal, this is
It's the most fun and enjoyable it's been.
oh man, like not even just from the standpoint of like because we're doing well, it's more the sense of like there's a togetherness. I know that's a cliche thing to say with Arsenal.
Yeah.
But there is a togetherness that hasn't been there for a little bit. And I don't know if it's just that downtime kind of made us hungry for this kind of thing. And now we're getting it. It's like we're thirsty and we're just drinking as much as we can. But I do believe that Arteta deserves something for this. For everything he's done. I believe he's as important to this club as Wenger was. Like, I think in the terms of Wenger, obviously, I think Arsene Wenger is Arsenal. Like, he took Arsenal into something else. Yeah. He changed football. But Arteta, I believe, has that same thing in him to change it again. And he's already started it with us. I think he needs to finish it. Like, I think he needs to get something out of this. Like, Wenger obviously got a few bits out of it. He got some stuff. He got an invincible team. Yeah. He got some titles. But I do believe Arteta needs to carry on with his team. The Arteta out stuff
is ridiculous.
Not a chance. Like, I do not want to step backwards again.
I do feel not so much my opinion. My opinion is you stick with Arteta as long as he's getting a tune and the team is working correctly. Like, there's been times under Arteta that we've literally said, like, it's too boring.
Yeah.
Like, watching that PSG final, I must admit, I was like, we are one step away from being as good as that team.
Yeah.
You know? And it is simply, they're letting Doué just play football.
Let him play. Yeah.
Saka, Martinelli, these guys, they're so structured.
Yeah. We have talked about that before, that they're overly coached.
They were 4-0 up and they were still going forward.
Yeah.
We would not have been. We would have scored one and then sat back.
Yeah.
And that part I don't like. And I know that is also, Arteta can't change the style of play he plays.
No.
And the way he coaches, he's a very aggressive coach and he can also be very defensive.
Yeah. And it does work when it works. Like, it's there.
And again, next year, if he buys a couple more attackers and we get a bit more free-flowing,
we'll
probably concede a lot more. Like, if you remember the first year of us challenging for the league, how many times did we win 3-2?
Yeah.
He's got rid of that now.
Yeah.
We only win 1-0 and
so solid.
Clean sheets and stuff. So there's the same reason. But no, I was going back to what I was saying about PSG is when they won that trophy, I have a strong opinion on a couple of things. But the one thing I'd notice is the backroom staff were crying. And they were on the pitch in front of the crowd, in front of the players.
Yeah.
And Enrique was pushing them there. And I think that's what PSG have missed. And I think it's where Man United are. Is I couldn't tell you who their backup coach is under Amorim.
No.
Like at Arsenal, you know the photographer.
Yeah.
Like people know the photographer. That aren't Arsenal fans.
Yeah.
People know who the physio is.
Yep.
At Man United, it's very...
Just faces.
Yeah, there's a load of people there. And the players aren't bothered. And it's just...
Yeah.
You know?
It's bad.
That's the thing is you have to... reintegrate that part.
Yeah.
And PSG have done it really well. By the way, with PSG winning that trophy, saying that literally the commentators said this is a win for football, and I was like, I think it's the first time a team has been fielded in a final of anything where every single player didn't cost 60 million or more, including the bench, except for 2 players on the bench.
Yeah.
That means every single player was a minimum of 50 million pounds.
Yeah. Yeah.
That
Mad.
City don't do that.
No.
You know, when City put a lineup out, you know, they've got like they got a lot of expensive players.
Yeah.
But there's like a Foden there. There's someone for 30 million. There's a 20 million pound player.
Yeah.
There's come good. There's an academy player. There's all like Doué. Everyone's like, yeah, but such a good youngster. He's only 19. They bought him for 55 million.
Yeah, he's not like a schoolboy that's come up through the ranks.
Ironically, the last goal was scored by, I can't remember his name, but he was a Paris schoolboy. And he was an 18-year-old. He came off the bench. But the squad, it was, I think, of the 19 players or something, it was 17 of them were 50 million or more. And that is crazy, because when you think of it that way, not one of those players, this is going to frighten everyone. Our front three currently, what is it? It's Moreno, Saka, Martinelli.
Yeah.
That front three costs less than every single player individually in that Paris team.
That's mad.
It cost us less than 40 million, that front three.
And if we succeeded, do you reckon people would have talked about that?
No. No one could care less, and that's where I think we're at with Arteta. I think he will also... I think if he doesn't win a trophy this year, even if he comes second and gets to a Champions League final, I think he'll leave.
Yeah.
Because I think he'll say, I had a 5-year plan, or a 5-step plan.
Yeah.
I didn't get it over the line. Someone else needs to go. Someone needs to come and take my team and take it to another level that I don't know how to yet.
Yeah.
Or it needs because sometimes you do. Sometimes you need a different face.
Yeah.
You know, when you turn up to work every day and it's the same boss, it works for as long as it does. Sometimes it works forever.
Yeah.
But you have to turn over something. If it's not the manager, it's the players.
Yeah.
Like look under Wenger. Some of the players weren't there longer than 5-6 years.
Yeah. Yeah.
He'd turn them over and here's new stars. Because, same with Pep. Very few players stayed with him 10 years.
Yeah.
Or follow him around.
There's a cycle.
There's only so much you can do that's that stressful. And that... Martinelli will eventually go, do you know what? I don't want to see Arteta every day and I don't want to talk about tracking back. Do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go to AC Milan because the manager at the minute is God knows who, and he's like Rafael Leao doesn't track back at all.
Yeah.
And he goes, I just want to play football.
Yeah.
And if I win something, cool. But if I don't, at least I'm just running around and enjoying myself. I don't want to have to watch 10 hours of tape every day with Kai Havertz explaining to me how it's really important.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's only certain much you can do.
Well, yeah, like you said, I'm not an Arteta out guy, but that is the only version of that I will stand by. Is Arteta's laid the groundworks. He's done all the hard bit.
And if he feels he's not experienced enough to get over the line.
Yeah.
I think he is. I think it's total luck so far. I don't think it's been a...
It might not even be experience. It might be like morality or taking the tactics to a level that he's not willing to take them to. Like, it could be that he's laid the groundwork. So those players know how to do what he wants now. They know how to do it. He may not be the kind of manager even to want to push it on and make it more attacking and just add to what he's already built. And it could be a morale thing. Like Wenger was a prime example of that. Like Arsenal is very much a morality club. Like we're not a club, and this is Wenger. Wenger created this. We're not a club that's willing to spend crazy money. We're not a club that's willing to bend on how we want it to be. And Arteta's kind of taken that and run with it in his own way, based on what he believes. But maybe that is the case. Maybe we have to have that little bit more killer instinct of a setup that we haven't had at Arsenal. We're not a killer instinct club.
No, and I think with Arteta as well, I think that's what I was going to say was, I think it's time to compete. What we did this year with the injuries is mad, but even without the injuries, it's still very, and again, Inter did it very well as well. Inter Milan's average age is bloody 38 or something.
Yeah.
But...
It's like Italian water. I don't know what they put in that water.
But the fact that, like I said, our front three going into the Champions League final, it would have been, cost less than even the cheapest PSG player.
Yeah. Yeah.
And money doesn't win you everything.
No.
But there is also something to the fact that at some point you have to. Look at United. We're watching some highlights in a minute. And I mean, their team is so expensive.
Yeah.
It's awful.
Yeah.
But at some point, you got to go, do you know what you can't do is win a Champions League with £39 million worth of talent up front.
It's the inexperience that comes with that.
Yeah, we look at Liverpool and they're not a team that necessarily notoriously spend a lot in the sense of massive players.
No.
But they're very similar to PSG in the sense that the current PSG team, which is... But every player kind of feels like they cost 40 million.
It kind of looks somewhat homegrown, but it costs a lot of money.
Yeah, because when you look at Arsenal, when you just like... Because you can buy a £100 million player, but you can also buy 20, 50 million pound players and go... There you go. That's a squad.
Yeah.
That's a £1 billion squad.
That's a quality squad, yeah.
But when you look at Arsenal, when you look at across it, 20 in goal, 27 million. When you look at right to left back, you got 30 million, 28 million, 25 million, free.
Yeah.
The midfield is 45 million, 105 million,
That's the jump.
30 million.
Yeah.
And up front, free, 6 million, 30 million.
Yeah. Yeah.
But when you look at that, and people keep talking about like spending money and stuff, off the top of my head, I don't know how much that money is. Probably about 300 million or so. To give you an idea, Liverpool this season's front three was Salah, Diaz, and Gakpo, let's say. That right there is 120 million. When they're short on ideas, they bring on Darwin and or Jota.
Yeah.
That's another 100 million.
Yeah.
They are currently in the market to buy Florian Wirtz for £150 million
Jeez.
to add to that attack.
Oh.
That's what we're up against.
Yeah.
Their front three and their backups are nearly as much as our first team.
Mad.
And again, saying that is like, oh wow, that's really crazy. It doesn't win you anything.
No.
Like not as in like win you games. You don't get a prize for being okay. We haven't spent that much. And do you know what people are saying? Arteta spent more than anyone, and he can't buy. He hasn't won anything.
So even as the club with the morals that
Aren't spending as much as everyone.
They're sticking to it.
We're
and
still the team that spent the most, apparently.
So you can't really win.
Exactly. So go buy players. And we've talked about it with Simon in our WhatsApp group, but there's talk of Sesko or Gyökeres. There's talk of Williams or Rodrigo.
Yeah.
Semenyo from Bournemouth. Zubimendi. There's all these talks. And we were saying, just buy Sesko and Gyökeres.
Yeah, why not? Other teams would.
That's what other teams are doing. Like, Man United right now just bought Cunha and Mbeumo, which I think collectively is going to be close to £150 million.
Yeah.
To add to their £75 million forward.
Yeah.
And his backup, who's also 70 million, who aren't very good.
Yeah.
Their £100 million players out on loan on the wing. The other one's out, their academy prospect is out on loan. And then they got a couple, essentially, free academy talents. Well, Ahmad and then Garnacho, who they got from Atletico, but
Yeah.
as a youth. It's even that, like, if you said next year they can have Ahmad, Garnacho, Mbeumo, Cunha, Højlund and Xerxes,
Yeah.
that's 340 million.
Yeah.
That's their options up front.
Yeah.
Next year, if we don't buy anyone, if we bought Gyökeres and Sesko, by the way, it would cost us about 160 million.
Which is fine.
It's about the same as Mbeumo and Cunha.
It's fine.
Yeah. Go buy them.
Yeah.
And have them as your two striking out options. And Jesus.
Yeah.
Bring Havertz back in the midfield. Have Saka and Martinelli, but also have Trossard. But also go buy Rodrigo.
Well, considering...
I'm being like totally honest. Go buy Rodrigo for 75 million. And Gyökeres. And Sesko. And next year, you have Jesus, Gyökeres, Sesko, Saka, Rodrigo, Martinelli, Trossard as your options again.
Mad.
7 people. And it will cost you 30 million plus that, 180 plus Rodrigo, 250 million.
Okay.
It's still cheaper than Liverpool's.
Mad. Like,
Front
if
three.
they...
It's cheaper than... It's 100 million short of Man United's front three. They're like options up front. So that's what I'm saying is I think instead everyone's going, but they might have to buy. I think they might have to sell Martinelli to get Sesko.
Yeah.
So what are we doing? Like, how are we supposed to compete when Liverpool are going? I know we've got Diaz, Salah, Jota, Gakpo, Darwin. Should we add Wirtz? And they're also looking at Isaac.
If these clubs are all like playing with essentially like the cheat code on FIFA or something, where they're just spending money willy nilly, but we haven't done that. Where's all our money? Like, we should have
We've got
money.
some of the richest owners as well.
Yeah, we should have money sitting there. Like,
It's
if these,
super profitable as well.
yeah, these clubs are throwing money around like they've got loads of it. Like, we should have loads of it because we haven't spent that much.
Mm-hmm. I think they've got to get smart with it. I think, and they've got to be more ruthless. And I think that is in the, I don't want Gyökeres and Sesko. I think pick one,
Yeah,
whoever it is, pick that one,
yeah,
and then go buy a winger and don't sell anyone.
yeah,
Because by Christmas you will have, let's say it's Sesko, Jesus and Havertz as options.
yeah,
You have Saka and let's say it's Rodrigo, and Martinelli and Trossard and Waneri,
yeah.
and all of a sudden you're just like,
You're bolstered.
whoever comes on you want.
Yeah.
And that's the other thing is that we need to, as we watched Lewis Skelly score against City last year,
Woo!
and Waneri needs to play football
Yeah,
more.
He does.
Because Doué is scoring 2 goals and getting an assist
Yeah.
at 19 Champions League final. And I can tell you this right now, Waneri is as good as Doué.
yeah,
He's just not being given free reign. And that is an Arteta issue because he pulled it back, didn't he? Like, when Saka went out,
Yeah.
we all said, play Waneri every game.
yeah.
We all said, like, don't play Sterling, just play Waneri.
Put him in.
This could be his moment.
Play him.
And he played a little bit, he got injured, he came back, and then he pulled him, and you could tell it was the moment as against Everton.
Mm.
He wasn't getting anywhere, and he was getting frustrated, and he didn't. And Arteta just pulled him
Yeah,
instead of going, find a way, keep going, you'll get it. As we watch Waneri also scoring in City this year.
scores that same goal.
He is an elite talent, and there's talk right now that him and his agent, him and Arsenal can't get to grips with a new deal.
Yeah.
And he might be moving on.
Ooh.
Why? So we can go buy Sterling on a free, and
Yeah.
you know what I mean? That's the bit I don't get. And
We've got the guy. Use him.
We've got, Waneri, Dowman and Lewis Skelly are generational. Saka's generational. It could be as ruthless as maybe Martinelli needs to be sold for 100 million.
Yeah.
And Waneri takes that.
Yeah.
You give Waneri those minutes. But we can't, in the short term, just give him those minutes.
No.
We've got you need to go by people that are ready-made to...
Oh, we're on the brink. We've got to just push over the edge.
Yeah. And for me, Sesko is the man.
Yeah.
Look at that leap.
I'm going to jump on him.
He seems... Because I did listen to a podcast with the top European scouts around Europe.
Yeah.
Not Arsenal related. And this was not about Arsenal. They were just talking about best forwards in the world.
Yeah.
And all the scouts agreed, if you were any team in the world, what forward would you buy? And there was about 15. Akite, is it?
Yeah.
Akite, Sesko, Gyökeres, Isaac, I'm forgetting a couple. But they were talking about all these different guys.
Yeah.
And they all 100% unanimously said, oh, it's not even close. Sesko is the guy.
Yeah.
And a lot of fans online don't like it because his stats don't look like Gyökeres. Like Gyökeres got 70 goals and assists in 50 games, let's say.
Yeah.
And Sesko's got 21 goals.
Yeah, but it's the future.
It
That's what you're looking
One's 26, one's 21.
at. Yeah.
Look at the ball striking. He's 6'5".
Yeah.
And if everyone, we can banter all we want about Arteta and his style and set pieces.
Yeah.
Look at that footwork.
That's ridiculous.
Takes it around the keeper, boom, left foot goal, right foot goal, headed goal.
And he's not even in his prime yet.
He's got the biggest leap in football.
Mad.
His heading ability is unreal.
He reminds me of Ronaldo.
Yeah, they were saying that they think his ceiling is 100 times higher than Haaland.
Wow.
They really believe.
Get him early.
That's what I'm saying.
Cash in on that rookie card.
And we've been trying to buy him for 3 years, so I mean, but for me, yeah, it's Sesko. It's not Gyökeres.
Yeah.
I want Sesko. I think look at that build-up play around the corner. His speed.
He's so upright.
He's just such a big presence.
Yeah.
And people are saying he's just a young Havertz. It's not.
That doesn't look like Havertz.
Havertz is an unbelievable football player.
Different.
He's got a robotic look to him.
Yeah.
Like shielding off players here around the corner.
Mad.
He's got such a leap. Like he's just banged one off of the top, off the crossbar. But he for me is the guy.
Yeah.
I think him, an elite winger, a midfielder, and a goalie. That's all we need.
Spot on.
I don't think we need to muck about with anything else, and I wouldn't sell anyone.
No,
really.
no.
The only person I would, obviously, who left? Sterling went back.
Yeah.
Neto went back. Jorginho left.
Yeah.
Someone else left as well. Who said goodbye to the crowd last week? Tierney.
But essentially, all the positions you just named are all the positions you just said left, but you're replacing them with new talent for the future.
Yeah, because they didn't expect Lewis Skelly. We thought maybe we'd have to buy a fullback this year.
Yeah.
But guess what? Tomiyasu will be back this year.
Yeah.
Lewis Skelly's now become our first choice, which means Calafiori's depth.
Yeah.
Kiwior has to stay because he's been unbelievable.
He has, yeah.
So for me, I think you can do that. You can sell maybe, I think the only people you could really sell really is maybe Zinchenko.
Yeah.
I'd rather keep him.
Yeah. Like you said about Martinelli as well. Like, you could easily cash in on Martinelli, but
you're just
You're
lowering
weakening.
those numbers again.
Yeah.
Yeah, you want to just... I think you don't sell many. I think, if anyone, maybe Vieira, Lokonga,
yeah.
Tavares, maybe
A
Zinchenko.
few of those lingering players.
Yeah, and you also know that if you buy Sesko and a winger this year and a midfielder and a goalie, next summer, we don't need anyone.
No, we're good.
We just need whoever leaves, basically, and replace them.
Yeah.
We're at that spot.
And the team should be
And
gelled.
there's people like Jesus that are available that
Yeah.
you could sell. There could be a big sell next year, like a Saliba or a Martinelli or someone.
Yeah.
But for me, yeah, you keep that team and you add in Sesko, a winger. Zubamendi this week, it was interesting because his wording for leaving
Yeah.
was very much, what if Xabi Alonso calls? He essentially said that in an interview
Oh, okay.
at Real Madrid.
Yeah.
And that's a worry because
Yeah.
that means he's not committing fully to Arsenal because
He's
he's
waiting.
going, what if Real Madrid come in? So, but if it's not Zubamendi, there are players.
Yeah.
I think Zubamendi's the best holding midfielder probably in football at the minute.
That'd be ideal.
It would be, but if you got the best young forward in Sesko and Zubamendi, I think Garcia, the goalie, I think Gunnerblog was saying this week that looks less likely because they're pretty much saying he's not going to get the game time, and he is one of the best keepers in the world.
It's hard to lure a goalkeeper when they're not
Yeah,
going to
and
play.
I don't think you need them. I think go to Kelleher at Liverpool. There's a player like that. I know he's going to Brentford now because Brentford's keeper, Flecken, is going to Leverkusen. So there's a bit of a goalie roundabout going on. But yeah, you don't need the best keeper in the world to be a backup to Ray. We don't need to challenge Ray. Ray's got 2 Golden Gloves in a row.
Yeah.
He's one of the best players at our team.
Don't disrupt him the way we disrupted Ramsdale at the time.
And in hindsight, I understood why we disrupted
Yeah.
Ramsdale. But yeah, go get someone from, they're better than this. They're better at this than us. Go get Brighton's backup. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Someone like that and just go, do you want to play Champions League football and be a backup to Rare? Yes.
You need one of those solid goalkeepers.
Yeah.
Man City have always been good at this. Man
Yeah.
City always have those secondary goalkeepers that you're not fully aware of who they are,
Yeah.
but they come on and they just perform.
And for me, that's it. Sign Chesney. Do you know what I mean? Just get someone going.
Get him back.
But yeah, I think for me, it's a keeper, a midfielder, a forward, and a winger. That's
Yeah.
the 4 we need. I think the only way in which we can make profit from players is Lokonga, Tavares, Vieira.
Yeah.
But again, last year we made, because our PSR is really good at the minute.
Yeah.
Because we sold a lot of academy talent in Nketiah and Smith Rowe. We're Champions League 3rd year running, which is a massive
Yeah.
PSR benefit.
Yeah.
We've also come 2nd 3 years running, which is a massive deal as far as money.
Yeah.
The Champions League semi-final got us a lot of money just being in it.
Yeah.
So we're financially in a very good spot. We don't need to sell a lot of players. And also we know in our heads, we've probably got either a big sell or next year you could sell Jesus and it might be Jesus, Partey and Zinchenko next year.
Yeah.
And you might get 70, 80 million for that.
Clear
And
some wages.
We only need to buy one player or something because we're pretty happy with the squad.
Yeah.
And by then you've got Dalman coming through. Hopefully Waneri stays. But yeah, the Waneri one really does worry me a little bit because I don't know where else. It doesn't help when Doué's doing what he's doing because he's going to be going, why am I not got the opportunity to do that?
Yeah.
And again, he did. He played in the knockouts of
He did.
He scored in a
and he
knockout.
showed. Yeah, he showed up. Like when he got the opportunity, he took it.
But he didn't get to play in the semi as well.
No.
But again,
you've also got to trust. Like Arteta sees these guys day in day out.
Mm-hmm.
If there's something in there about him where he's personality or something that concerns him, it's kind
you
of
got to kind of trust him.
Yeah, it's kind of irrelevant. Like because we don't see that. Like he forms a team based on the personalities, the work rate, all these things that we don't necessarily see away from the field. If there's something in there that's worrying him, then you kind of have to trust that he knows what he's doing because he's done it so far. It's worked.
Definitely. But yeah, I hope when Harry stays. I really enjoy when Harry.
Yeah.
And obviously Lewis Skelly seems to be.
Oh,
I don't think he's going anywhere.
different
But I think there's very small talk of him, and I think Real Madrid are interested or something. And I thought that's just paper talk to me, but we'll see. The one thing we need to get to is our predictions from the start of the season. These are equally terrifying and interesting.
Yeah. We had to wait a whole season.
We will do this again because
Yeah.
I think this is fun.
Yeah.
I don't know when to do it though because you're kind of guessing. One of them is transfers.
Okay.
So because we're talking about transfers, we'll start here. My guess for Arsenal's transfer, or any transfer, was Ivan Toney to Arsenal. He ended up in Saudi Arabia.
He did. No one saw that coming.
You had Rodrigo to Arsenal.
Yeah.
And a year on, we're more likely than ever.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I don't know.
It's mad. I remember saying that. So a whole season's passed, and I remember the day we did these.
We'll do quickly some of the cups. So Champions League, I had Real Madrid.
Okay.
You had PSG.
I did.
Yeah. So you got that. Carabao Cup, you had Man City, and I had Arsenal. It was won by Newcastle. FA Cup, I had Liverpool. You also had Liverpool, and it was won by Crystal Palace,
Well done, Crystal Palace.
which I don't think any of us would have ever guessed that.
No.
And then we got Golden Boot. You said Palmer.
Oh.
I said Salah.
Oh.
So I got it.
Oh, nice.
Golden Glove, we both said Rare.
Yes.
So we got it.
Yes.
And then the first sack, I said Cooper, who was at Leicester at the time.
Oh, yeah.
And you said Ten Hag. They both were the first to go, but Ten Hag was first.
Oh.
So from that side, you got Golden Glove, first sack, and Champions League.
Wow.
I got Golden Boot, Golden Glove, and I think that's it.
Not bad, though.
Yeah, and then in the league, the bottom three, in reality, the bottom three was Saints, then Ipswich. This is from the bottom up.
Yeah.
Then Leicester. You went Ipswich, Saints, Leicester.
Oh.
So you're one space off, but you got the exact three teams.
Yeah.
But you got one in the right space, and then the other two in the wrong ones.
Wow.
But only just.
Yeah.
My bottom three was Leicester bottom, Saints, Nottingham Forest.
Ooh.
Which I've got that very wrong. And I remember
that
being very confident about that as well. I think I made a real point of like, they're on a decline. I can willfully say I got that very wrong. I got that so wrong.
I'm going to be honest, though. It's so, in the league, it's so up and down. It could have gone either way, I feel.
Yeah, who did I have staying up then? Ipswich. I must have, in my
Yeah.
head, thought Ipswich might stick it out. My version of Ipswich this year then is Burnley, because I really think Burnley are going to stay up.
Yeah. They seem strong.
Sunderland will not. That's the team we're all going to go smack.
Yeah.
Fast forward when we lose in the opening day to them away from
Yeah.
home. So we got champions here. You've gone Arsenal. I went Man City, so both wrong. In second, I had Arsenal. So
Okay.
that's right. And you had Liverpool.
Yeah.
Third, you had Man City, which is right,
Okay.
but I had Liverpool. In fourth, I had Man United, which is very wrong. You had Newcastle, which is one space off.
Yeah.
And in fifth, I had Spurs. You had Chelsea, which again is one space off.
Oh.
And then in sixth, you had Villa, which is correct.
Wow.
And I had Chelsea.
Wow.
So of the people that went to the Champions League, the top five,
Yeah.
I got 3. You got 5 out of 5. You predicted the top 5, and you predicted who came 6th as well.
I even got Man City falling off as well. Like,
You got Man City in the exact right space.
and then I got 1 and 2 the wrong way around.
Yeah, 4th was Chelsea, and 5th was Newcastle, 6th was Villa.
So I got those two. I got 4 and 5 the wrong way around, and 1 and 2 the wrong way
Yeah,
around.
but they're all the exact 6. You got the top 6 exactly in the 6 teams.
Mad. I'm chuffed with that.
Whereas of the 6 I got 4 wrong because Man United and Spurs were nearly in a relegation battle. So
Madness.
it's so hard though, because in hindsight, it's always like, I think a lot of that you can kind of go fair play. It's just that's the way it was.
Yeah.
The only bad one there, I think, in the whole thing is probably me thinking Forest were going to get relegated. I think the rest of it is kind of interchangeable.
Well, none of us definitely predicted that Nottingham Forest would do what they did.
No one would have guessed that.
Like, I didn't even have them in my predictions.
No, they were nowhere.
No.
So, in the sense, I think it's been one of the better Premier League seasons.
Yeah.
In the world of people ending droughts for trophies, that middle of the pack, Forest doing what they did there in Europe next year.
Yeah.
The Man United and Tottenham falling off. Brentford, Bournemouth, Fulham, Brighton, all these teams doing unbelievable.
Yeah.
Crystal Palace winning a trophy.
Yeah.
The only downside is either Liverpool or City have won the league in the last 7 years.
Yeah, it's getting a bit samey now.
Maybe longer than that, actually. Because City just won 4 in a row and then Liverpool. But before the 4 in a row was Liverpool.
Yeah.
But before Liverpool, that was City.
Yeah. They've just traded
For a few in a row. So it might be close to 9 since Leicester. It's only been Liverpool and City. Yeah, so 9 years, there's only 2 teams have won it.
Jeez.
That's...
We need to break the
And
seal.
again, and by the way, I say only 2 teams have won it in 9 years. One of them has only won it twice.
Yeah.
The other team's won it 7 times in that
Wow.
time. And the 3 that come up go down. I'm hoping next year that maybe someone that isn't Man City and Liverpool win the league.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping that not necessarily all 3 of the teams that come up stay up, but at least one of them.
Yeah.
You know, I want someone to... I think Wolves losing Cunha, they've been on the verge of going down for a while. That could be the nail in the coffin. And Burnley could stay up instead of Wolves, maybe.
I'm worried about Newcastle next season.
Really?
That's my concern.
Really?
Yeah. I feel like there might be a problem.
You feel like that project, and you could say the same about us, but it always feels like that project is bigger than Eddie Howe.
Yeah.
He's doing an unbelievable job, so I think it's
fine.
disrespectful to say that.
Yeah.
But it does feel like at some point they're going to have a run in which they're going to go buy a big manager.
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
They're only growing now.
Yeah, and I wonder if someone like that, whether it's Newcastle, because if it's Chelsea, I think if Maresca got sacked before Christmas, I think we'd be like, yeah, probably.
Yeah. Chelsea's like, it's random. It's
Yeah.
up and down. They could be terrible. They could be good. We don't know. Newcastle feels like a project on the rise.
Yeah, and it's had a couple, like last year, they dropped out of Champions League again, but they won a trophy this year and got back in.
Yeah.
It is this year. They have to now challenge for the league.
Yeah.
And it sounds ridiculous, and people go, oh, no, don't. If Arsenal was supposed to be challenging for the league, Newcastle should be challenging for it. So should Chelsea.
And for the good of the progress of the club as well, they need to start becoming a worldwide household name at this point.
Yeah. But I can see a bigger team. It might be Arsenal, unfortunately. But I can see a team that don't have the goodwill currently
Yeah.
of just winning a league,
Yeah.
like Liverpool, and not a team that constantly switch their manager. Like if Ange, Amorim, or Maresca got sacked before Christmas, none of us would bat an eyelid.
No.
But if Eddie Howe did, we would. If
Yeah.
Arteta did, we would.
Yeah.
If Emery did. And I think one of these guys, that's my bold prediction. We'll get to proper predictions in the next few weeks. But I think a big team with a big manager are going to start bad enough that they're going to sack him. And it's not a team that we expect it from.
Yeah.
So like a Villa, an Arsenal, Newcastle.
Yeah.
And I've got a feeling it's going to be either Arteta or Eddie Howe that
Yeah.
they're going to lose like 6 or 7 in a row. I think for Arsenal's sake, I'm going to say it's Eddie Howe. I think they're going to start badly in the Champions League, start bad in the league, and they're going to sack him. And I think they're going to bring Inzaghi in from Inter.
Yeah. I can see that.
That's my...
Well, I think Merson said it at the end of the season. He expects... We don't expect it, but if this is how it plays out, Arsenal don't get the job done in the first half of the season, and he expects Arteta to walk away by Christmas.
Yeah, I
Not get sacked, step aside.
Yeah.
And just,
I don't think Arteta gets sacked. I don't think he gets sacked ever.
no.
I think, unless he stays for another 3 years and it gets worse and worse.
Yeah.
I think he's the type of manager, he'll walk away if he thinks he's not getting the right stuff out of it.
Yeah.
Not because he's, like, giving up.
No.
I think if he feels that's as far as I can take it.
All the work he's done, he doesn't want to just let it all crumble.
Well, as much as we people love Eddie Howe, and it's good to have an English manager in the top 4 as well.
Yeah.
he's won them the Champions League. He won them the FA Cup. No, the Carabao Cup,
Yeah.
which is a lower trophy.
Yeah.
But at least it's ended that drought. It's
Yeah.
not the FA Cup or what Palace did. But also, they had an opportunity. They played us and then they played Everton the last 2 games.
Yeah.
They beat us and then beat Everton. And even if we lost and then won the last game, they would have come second.
Yeah.
That would have been a real flag
Oh,
in the sand kind of thing of. And do you know what they did? They lost to us and then lost at home to Everton last day. And they were walking around the pitch crying because they thought they'd missed out on Champions League football.
Yeah.
It wasn't until the scores came in that they realised they got it and they started celebrating.
Yeah.
All they'll remember is that they got Champions League football. They won't remember that.
No.
But underlying there is something worrying.
Yeah, they had an opportunity
They had an opportunity to come second.
in their hands.
They were crying a week later thinking they had gone out of Champions League.
Yeah.
And it was only other decisions.
That's how fine line it was.
It didn't have to be like that. They didn't go and grab us by the throat and
No.
go, we're going to beat you like we have already 3 times this season.
Yeah.
They kind of against us.
Well, even
And then-
their performance. Like, normally they bully us. There was nothing.
No, it was lifeless. It would have, in all fairness, they should have been 4-0 up in the first half.
Yeah.
But they then went and lost at home to Everton. And that was with a lot on the line. Everton had nothing to play for.
No.
There's something there that could be a worry.
Yeah.
And again, it's no different to how a Newcastle fan might go, well, Arteta got us to the Champions League final and then we didn't pull the trigger on attacking football. Okay, maybe.
Yeah.
We created a lot of chances. But maybe you feel that Arteta's not good enough to go over the line.
Yeah.
But like we said about Emery, we said when they were going, is Emery better than Arteta? And we said, we've sat and watched Emery throw away a top 4 by losing the last 4 games and then losing the Carabao Cup final.
Yeah.
What's he done with the Villa this year? They're in good stead to get Champions League. They lost,
Yeah.
and then won.
Yeah.
And what did they do? Last day of the season, missed Champions League football.
Yeah.
We've been there with Emery. This is what he does.
When he closes.
And sometimes, you notice that in managers, and we don't know if Arteta's that because he's a nearly man so far, but it's also his first managerial.
He's never done it
He's
before.
only managed for 5.5 years. Whereas Emery, we've seen this everywhere he goes.
Yeah.
With Eddie Howe, he's never been at this level.
No.
He's been lower.
Yeah.
And when he had to get Champions League football, what did he do? He lost the last 2 games of the season, then fluked his way in.
Yeah.
He won the Carabao Cup. Yeah, that's brilliant.
Yeah.
And he did it with a masterclass against Liverpool. But it's also just the Carabao Cup.
Yeah.
And for the richest team in the world,
They need to be doing
who have
more.
the best forward in the league, there should be more done.
Yeah.
Anyway, that is the podcast, really. We'll be getting this out later in the day.
Yep.
Today, finally back. Missed 1 week.
I miss talking about football.
Yeah,
I've missed football.
It's going to be an interesting one. I'm hoping this week maybe, with the way teams are moving very quick, we're doing the opposite. We're kind of, the stuff that we felt concrete about is like getting further away.
Yeah.
I'm hoping we get some concrete transfer news this week for Arsenal. So as Arsenal fans, we can get our teeth sunk into.
Yeah.
And then next week we can chat about that. But this could be an odd one because I think England are playing this Saturday and next Tuesday.
Yep.
I will definitely watch it because it's football. But
Yeah.
bit of an odd one because we're not settling into an international postseason.
World Cup qualifier, though.
It is, and also there's the Super League or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
I don't even know what it's called.
The Money Cup.
The Money Cup, yeah. That's coming up, and they did. Champions League definitely made sure that no team that wasn't in it won.
Yeah.
We saw that,
Yeah.
which was our worry. I don't think there was any conspiracy. there.
No shenanigans.
There was no shenanigans, but it's ironic that the very favourite teams like Arsenal, Barcelona,
Yeah.
who aren't in it,
Yeah.
somehow went out.
Weird.
But there was nothing weird in the matches, albeit they did give PSG a weird penalty that we saved.
Yeah. What was it, like 10 or 11 weekends left?
It's not long, yeah.
10 or 11?
I cannot wait.
Not many.
Each week we'll find new things. I think next week we might do the official ups and downs of the Arsenal team. So if we gave them an up and a down, we'll go through the full squad.
Yeah.
And any obviously extra news. But, each week is going to be a bit more of a theme because there's not much to talk about. This is the first time we've done a podcast through the summer where there is nothing happening in the summer.
Yeah. There's going to be stuff, though.
Yeah.
There's going to be transfers. There's going to be something.
That's right. So we'll be back next week. Listen to us on iTunes and Spotify. Give us a 5-star review. Look at our TikTok, Gunners R Us Pod. Please tell your friends about it and please download all the podcasts. We will be back next week with more Arsenal chat, really.
We'll be one weekend closer to the Premier League.
Thank God, yeah. All right. Bye.
Bye.